Everyone, today we are going to discuss one of the important topic of the oral pathology, that is the developmental disturbances of the teeth. What we all know in the developmental disturbance of the teeth is any abnormality during the odontogenic process of the teeth or the odontogenesis, or during the whole teeth development, or even after the development of teeth. Any abnormality that can occur is known as the developmental disturbance of the teeth. So now comes one of the important point, that how any developmental disturbance can occur. Any developmental disturbance can occur just because of the low nutrition, any abnormality or any genetic defect, or any type of nutritional defect, or any type of trauma, injury during the process of development of the tooth. Yes, the another topic which is very important for you guys to remember is the what are disturbances, any type of disturbance related to the teeth. So next, developmental disturbance of the teeth related to the size में defect हो सकता है. In any patient there can be defect in the size of the tooth, there can be defect in the number and the eruption of the tooth, there can be defect in the shape and form of the teeth, and there can be defect of enamel and the dentine. Okay, so we are going to discuss one by one, that is developmental disturbance during the process of size of the tooth, during the process of development in the size of tooth. That is, here we are going to discuss that the size can be smaller, the size can be larger. So here these all features are going to be discussed. In the second, the number. As we know, in the childhood there are different number of teeth. In the adult person there are different number of the teeth. So in the adult, the 32 teeth will not be present. There may be any type of oligodentsia, means there may be lack of the tooth. There may be lack of the eruption, means the teeth has not erupted. Here we are not talking about the RPD or anything that you will go and discuss in the prostho. So we are not talking about the RPD. We are talking about the unerupted tooth. Then shape and form. As we know, every teeth in the first year dental anatomy, you have already read that every teeth has a specific morphology, has a specific size, has a specific length of crown, has a specific length of the root. The mesiodistal length will be perfect, or the mesiodistal length will be very clear. But when there will be any disturbance during the development of the teeth, this will not be present. Defect of dentine and enamel. In this you will know about the enamel imperfecta. During the process of enamelogenesis, any step or any genetic effect can lead to the defect in the enamelogenesis, amelogenesis, and dentinogenesis, which will be further called as amelogenesis imperfecta and dentinogenesis imperfecta. Imperfecta means defect, not perfect. So let's come to discuss first about the size. Okay, so size. In this topic we are discussing on the basis of developmental disturbance of the two, that is microdontia and the macrodontia. Microdontia, just split the two term. Micro means smaller and dontia means teeth. So micro means smaller teeth, microdontia means, macro means larger teeth. The term itself is defining every feature. Third, okay, so see here, this is the macrodontia. The teeth are larger. See the mandibular CI. Teeth are larger. See the mandibular CI here. and the CI of the maxilla, they are smaller in number, size. Okay, so let's come to the third slide, that is microdontia. The microdontia can be true generalized microdontia, or it can be relative generalized microdontia, or it can be focal or generalized or localized microdontia. True generalized microdontia means the tooth will be completely, truly smaller in size. Relative microdontia, in respect of the other tooth, this tooth is smaller. Focal or localized, any particular tooth is smaller in the size. So these are already that is present for you. Now the true generalized microdontia. So the true generalized microdontia, see here, this is completely the true generalized microdontia. All teeth are smaller in size. Listen from here, all teeth are smaller than the normal. This is the true generalized microdontia. This occurs in the case of pituitary dwarfism. Pituitary dwarfism means this is somewhat related to the endocrinology, that the hormone from the pituitary gland is secreting less. So here is the hyposecretion of the hormone. Once the hyposecretion of the hormone, you must be thinking, sir, in the dwarfism we have discussed that the person will be short statured, and hypopituitarism short statured, so everything will be shorter. उनके हाथ छोटे होंगे, उनके पैर छोटे होंगे, उनके दांत छोटे होंगे. So this is the microdontia case. But this case is very rare. Okay, teeth are well formed. Now come to the relative generalized microdontia. In the relative generalized microdontia, we are going to discuss normal or slightly smaller than the normal teeth. Slightly smaller than the normal and present in the jaw that are somewhat larger than the normal teeth. Okay, so come to the third, focal or generalized microdontia. This is a common condition. Okay, what do we remember? Which is the common condition? This will be asked with you in the viva. Which is the common condition of the microdontia? The focalized or localized microdontia is the common condition. It affects most often the maxillary lateral incisor and the third molar. It is also important for the viva. Which teeth is generally affected in the microdontia? Maxillary lateral incisor and the mandibular third molar. These two teeth are most often congenitally missing. Sometimes they may be missing. Now the focalized or the localized microdontia. It is a common form of the localized microdontia, okay, that is affecting the maxillary lateral incisor. Means they are affecting the maxillary lateral incisor. See here, this is the maxillary lateral incisor and it is smaller in the size. Localized, all teeth are normal, but lateral incisor and somewhat in any picture, if I find you that third molar, so third molar is not captured. See for the it. Now peg lateral. Peg lateral is a condition that is associated with the maxillary lateral incisor, most oftenly asked with you in the viva, and you all people become dumb there. No, we have not to be dumb there. Peg and lateral, these two words should be divided. Peg means anything smaller or in the size. Peg. Lateral incisor. Now I am assuring you, you will not forget it. Peg. Pig. Remember from the pig. Pig-like structure. Chota sa. Pig. Okay. Instead of parallel or diverging mesial plus distal surface. Instead of parallel or diverging mesial or distal from the parallel surface. They are not parallel, they are diverging or mesially or distally on the surface. Now the focalized microdontia. In this condition, tapered toward incisally. The tooth is tapered toward incisally. See here you must be seeing that this is the tapering end of the peg lateral. Okay, so this is the tapering. Okay, and form a cone-shaped crown. The peg lateral are the cone-shaped crown that is tapering toward the end, and they are the maxillary lateral incisor. Root is frequently shorter than the usual. Now the size macrodontia. Come to the size macrodontia. It will be also three types: true generalized, relative generalized, and focal. I'm not going in detail of it because I have already taught you. Now the true generalized macrodontia. All teeth are larger than the normal. Okay, and associated pituitary giantism. Yes, if anything is larger than the normal, it will be associated with the giantism. So here you can see this is the larger tooth. This is exceedingly rare. Okay, now relative macrodontia, it is commonly or slightly normal, larger than the normal teeth in the smaller jaw, and crowding of the teeth. Yes, jaw are smaller, छोटे जगह पे ज्यादा सामान रख देना, there will be crowding. Okay, so think, आपके क्लास में 100 बच्चे हैं, मैंने क्या किया, उन 100 बच्चों को एक छोटे से लैब में जाके बैठा दिया जहां पे 25 बच्चों की बैठने की कैपेसिटी है. ओके, तो वहां भी क्राउडिंग होगा. अब मान लीजिए 25 बच्चों के बैठने की कैपेसिटी है, जहां पे एक सबका साइज रखा गया कि चलो ये 2 फीट का बच्चा होगा इन द विड्थ, तो हेल्दी बच्चा होगा, इसको बैठा लेंगे. अब मैंने क्या किया कि वहां पे इतने मोटे मोटे लोगों को लाके बैठा दिया 25, क्राउडिंग होगी. वही बात है यहां पर कि छोटा जॉ है, टीथ का साइज बड़ा हो गया तो क्राउडिंग होगी, इनसफिशियंट स्पेस हो गया ना वहां पे. अब नाउ अनकॉमन कंडीशन दैट इज मैक्रोडोंसिया. देयर इज अननोन etiology today. In this session we have not got yet the real etiology, but some scientists say that this is because of the endocrinology. So in the mandibular third molar, microdontia was seen in the lateral incisor and the third molar maxilla mein, and here it is in the mandibular third molar. So you can see these are the macrodontial teeth. Okay, size completed. Now come to the number and eruption. In the number and eruption, supernumerary teeth, anodontia and impaction. This is the case of impaction. This is the case of impaction. Supernumerary teeth, no teeth is present. Okay, anodontia case. Now, the number and the eruption. In the case of number and eruption, wait for a second.